Guys, before we get into the video, make sure to drop a like, please. It's going to push us in the algorithm. It's going to help our videos get more and more out there, right? More people see it. And at the end of the day, as a small creator myself, I really need that, okay? So please, if this video helps you in any way, drop a like, sub up. You know what to do. Enjoy. Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be ranking the top 50 hitters in the game, putting them on a tier list, and showing you which ones you should be using in your Diamond Dynasty God Squad, okay? So I'm going to start it off pretty quick. Babe Ruth, best first baseman in the game. If you can get Babe Ruth by doing all the collections, he's 125 everything, so I wouldn't overthink that one too much. Same thing with a few of these guys up here. Willie Mays, he's the best center fielder in the game. Very good hitting stats. They improved his swing. Great fielding, great speed. He's all around gonna ball out over there in center field. Same thing with Jimmy Rollins. He is a switch hitter. Shortstop, super high contact, super high clutch, super high speed, amazing fielding, god tier fielding, and shortstop is generally one of the weaker positions in the game, so he is known to be the best shortstop by far. As well as Larry Walker, I think he's the best right fielder in the game right now. Same thing, very good hitting stats, very good defense. The only concerning thing about Larry Walker, and it's just a little concerning. I don't think it's too bad. He has 72 speed. 72 speed is pretty, it's okay, right? It could be better, but he's going to play. He has really good reaction. He has really good fielding. He's going to play out there, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. And then, last but not least, George Brett. He's the best third baseman in the game by far. Again, defensively, he's a beast. Hitting, he's a beast. Clutch, he's a beast. He lacks a little bit of power, but he has the breaking ball and the red dead quirk that's going to make the exit velos better. So, again, it's going to play, right? So now we get into the nitty gritty here, okay? So I want to start off with Matt Chapman first. I've seen a little bit of mixed bad about this card. So this is a Platinum Glove card. This card is going to be defensively probably the best third baseman in the game, give or take with George Brett, but Matt Chapman's actually accessible. His hitting stats, on the other hand, aren't as great, right? We're going to kind of click in here. So he has, if we scroll down here, so he has 108, 101 contact. That's good. However, his power versus lefties is a little bit low, especially with him being a righty. That's not the best, right? You would want higher power, but his power versus right makes up for it a little bit with 100. His vision's not. I mean, it's not anything to fit a team boost. But again, his fielding, 99 fielding. If you P4 the guy, he has 99 fielding, 99 arm strength, 94 arm accuracy, and 99 reaction. I mean, you can't ask for better than that, right? That is ultimate range. So, again, I think Matt Chapman is very good especially for the price he goes for, but he's not in that S tier range, right? So I'm going to throw Matt Chapman down here in A tier. Again, I personally like his swing. He has very good stats, and again, you cannot deny that third base defense. That is very important. We'll go to Yordan Alvarez here. If you guys have used his live series card, heck, if you guys have played with him in the quick match, his swing is beautiful, right? And I've personally used his live series card as my DH all year, and then they just dropped this out of nowhere, right? So this card is a significant upgrade to the live series card. In my opinion, it's an S tier card. You can debate that it's an S tier card because he can't field and he's slow. I don't care. His bat. This is the best bat in the game, in my opinion. Next, let's go to Jorge Soler. Jorge Soler, super high power, 125 everything. However, what holds him back is his contact in general. So 96 contact left isn't terrible, but 85 is going to really hold you back. Especially you P5 it, you get it to 90. Not great. However, he does fit butts and boosts. He does fit, I wouldn't use Mondesi or Brady Singer, but he does fit the butts and boosts. So that's to give him some help there. But I would not be using this card, especially not in the field, okay? His defensive stats, as you see, 57 fielding, arm strength 83, which is okay, but he has 64 reaction. He's going to get balls past him. He's going to get balls in front of him. I would, especially with 57 fielding, I wouldn't do it, okay? His clutch is 100, so that's decent. Again, this isn't a card you want to use on Legend. To be honest, it's probably not a card you'd want to use on Hall of Fame, but you could get away with it. And he does fit butts and boosts, like I said. So this is really like an all-star just demon, right? That's what I would look at him as. So We are going to put Jorge Soler in B tier here, okay? Next, we're going to go to Monte Irvin. So Monte Irvin just dropped. He has very nice contact. He has very nice clutch. He has good fielding. This card's very good all around. Again, lacks some pop, but Monte Irvin has a good swing, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, and he plays a corner outfield position, so not too bad. So I'm going to throw Monte Irvin in A tier. Next, we're going to go to Niko Goodrum. This card's a beast. This card is a beast, okay? And he has every positional flexibility. He's a switch hitter. His stats are amazing. He plays above his stats, to be honest. This card is a demon. And he is probably well worth what he goes for on the market. So I'm putting him S tier. On top of that, Dante Bichette. Okay, so Dante Bichette's an interesting one. I kind of overlooked this card whenever he came out, but I was going through the events the other day and looking at the rewards, and I re-saw his stats, okay? This guy has 120 power left, so he'll be 125 at P5, as well as he has 120 clutch, so he'll be 125 clutch at P5. So at parallel 5, you'd have 125 power left, as well as 102 power right, almost about 120 contacts on both, and his let's see where it was, and then defense is a no-go, right? So he is a very, very, very good DH to bring in against a lefty. If you're in a tight game, you bring him in to DH, like platoon with Jordan, for example. Jordan's left-handed. You bring Dante Bichette in as a righty with 125 power against a lefty pitcher. He's going to be 125. That's ridiculous, right? So for that reason right there, he is just a DH, but he's a very good DH at that. And on top of that, he has all the hidden quirks. So for that reason, I'm going to put him high B tier, but we may move him up to A, okay? All right, so let's continue on here. So now we have Ian Happ. So Ian Happ is kind of getting mixed reviews in general. For me personally, with him having second base secondary, he plays, right? So he's a switch hitter. He's going to have, as you see here, 90 contact left, 108 right. So that contact left is going to be a little bit to look for, right? But his biggest thing is he has 115 pop versus right, okay? So again, Ian Happ is someone you can play at second base. Again, 74 fielding, 71 arm strength is not going to be a deficit at second base. It's not that big. I run Altuve, as you'll see later in the video. His stats are terrible, but he does have good accuracy, so of course he's going to make the throws you want. And then once you P4 him, he has 80 reaction. Again, you kind of want to look for 90 in like elite fielders, but 80 is going to, he's not going to miss much, okay? But what you're looking for out of Ian Happ is 120 power versus right and 113 contact. And then clutch is 93, so you P it just in 98. It's okay, right? But Ian Happ, again, always has a good swing. So with all that considered, I would say Ian Happ is a B tier card. But some people will make the case for A tier. It's personal preference, right? I think the higher up in difficulty you get, the harder it becomes to use with the clutch and the contact, especially if you're going up against a lefty. But if you're hitting a righty, you're fine. So let's move to Mike Cameron, whatever you want to say it. This is my personal center fielder at the moment, just because I don't have Willie Mays. There's not a lot of people that do. But Mike Cameron, without even looking at the stats, is an A-tier card for me. He's not going to hit the skin off the baseball, right? But he's going to play really good defense. He's going to have really good arm strength. He's going to hit for average, right? And then not going to hit crazy home runs. He doesn't have that type of swing, but he's going to be a very good all-around center fielder. The way I looked at him is he's like an upgraded McCutchen. If you guys use the McCutchen card, which I'm sure you do, he's just a McCutchen on steroids pretty much. So that's how I looked at him. Next, we'll go to Bobby Witt. Again, a lot of controversy around this card, right? Me personally, I think Bobby Witt's a B-tier card. Again, you can't look past the speed and the defense, right? But his hitting stats are something to be desired for. So, again, he's going to be a B-tier card. I'm going to move him back here. But for you guys is no money spent, or you guys is, you're playing in like all-star difficulty, he's going to play. He's going to play really good. So, once you start getting the Hall of Fame and Legend, I would start stowing away from him. But again, if you're in the lower difficulties, or you play events, or you play with your friends for fun, this card's awesome, okay? Next, Kyle Seager. Again, this card right here, not a fan of personally. We'll take a look at his stats really quick. He is a 90, 102, 96, 89, and his clutch is 90, right? So you're looking at pretty much all 90 hitting stats, right? And then on top of that, your defense is pretty solid. You'll be at 98 fielding. You'll be at over 90 accuracy. He's got 90 reaction. He's going to play really good defense at third. Again, just hitting stats leave something to be desired with a 97 overall card. And he's a lefty too, so not a switch hitter. Me personally, his swing just didn't do it for me. I could not get behind his swing. I don't know what it was. I used him for a while. Not too good, right? So I'm going to go in right now's game. I'm going to go low B, but he'll probably move to C very soon, okay? Once more people start getting George Brett and we drop another third baseman that's really good, he'll probably move to C tier. Chase Slaughter, he's okay, right? We'll look at his stats real quick. And these pipeline cards are nothing too crazy. You're at 82, that's the deficit right there. 94, 88, 78. Clutch is 90 again. And then fielding, he's a pretty solid fielder. If you P for him, you'll have 90 fielding. He'll never get 90 reaction, which is unfortunate. Does he fit any team boost? Kershaw, if you run Kershaw, but not many people are. He's okay card. Again, he's probably pretty cheap. You can run him for fun. He's a solid fielder out there. I'm going to go C tier with him. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go C tier just for now. He probably could get moved down as some of these cards keep coming. Nick Castellanos. Castellanos is a very good card. As we'll see here, you're at 125 contact left, 112 power. We are in a lefty meta, so a lot of the pitchers are lefties, so that fits. He's going to play really good. Right, you're at 97, 104. Your clutch is 99, so it'll be 104. That's solid. Fielding, not going to play great defense, of course. I would personally play him at first if you can. If you need a first base, if you have first base open and you get this card, I would run him there. Otherwise than that, he's probably a better DH. He's just going to get tore up in the outfield on the higher difficulties. So with that being said, I'm going to go B tier with Castellanos. I'm going to go probably right there. Yanir Diaz, I actually have not used this card yet personally, but just off a quick glance, 86, 80, 106, 102. So 86, 80 is very unfortunate. I'm assuming he is a lefty. No, he's a righty with 86, 80 versus lefties. Okay, so he has reverse split, or not reverse splits per se, but he hits better against his own handedness. That's pretty interesting. Clutch is 102, so you'll be 107 clutch, so he's pretty good. Okay, so as a catcher, he'll have 80 fielding, so he'll have gold fielding, 99 arm strength, 90 arm accuracy. Reaction will be, that's a little low, but block will be a 90, so he's going to gun people. So that's a very good defensive catcher. Just off a quick glance, Yanir Diaz is probably a C tier card just because we're missing, hidden stats aren't the craziest, but you got defense, okay? So that's not terrible. Lou Brock's a funny one. This guy has no power, but he's fast and plays very good defense. So if we can load this up here. Lou Brock. So yeah, you're going to see 103, 125 contact, 114 average contact, but his power is 50 and 68, right? So he's not going to hit for pop at all whatsoever. However, he does have 100 clutch. It'll be 105. And his fielding, you won't get diamond in any of these, unfortunately, but those are still really good. And he'll have 90 reaction. That's what you look for in outfield defense. 90 reaction plus 99 speed, he's going to play in the outfield. This is a very high difficulty oriented card. If you're an all-star, even if you're in a Hall of Fame, I wouldn't be using this card. But Legend, I would use him. I would use him just for defensive purposes and 125 contact right. That's very nice to have. And he has pretty much every quirk except Red Dead. If you do face a lefty pitcher, you're kind of screwed. But other than that, if there's a righty in the mound, he'll get some base hits for you. He may strike a double, get one in the gap every once in a while. But all things considered, he's a B tier card. Again, it's a very niche card. That's the thing. I would probably put him right here. Very niche card in left field, but if you do play that type of style, he's very good. Let's go to Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger, not a big fan, man. He has some decent stats. Again, it's kind of just like Kyle Seager. They just didn't give him enough hidden stats. That's the thing. They kind of with a free card, they kind of kept it low. Unfortunately, that's how they did him. So he is solid defense, solid speed, solid bat. He's all around a solid card. He has a good swing. He has some quirks, but all around, I'm just going to throw him in C tier. I think he's better than these guys. I'm going to move Cedar as well down here. I would probably take Belly over Cedar. Again, it's just a mid card, right? Next, we'll go to Roman Anthony. So let's check out his stats real quick, just to do a quick rundown. 90s, all, you got a little bit contact there. Clutch is 108, so he'll have 113 clutch. That's pretty good. Fielding, he'll be gold, but he'll have 90 reaction, so you got to look for that. Speed 74 is a little lackluster, so he does have 90 reaction. But you have to play him in center field, though. That's the thing. It's 74 speed's probably not going to cut it in center field. For those purposes, I'm going to go with C tier, back end C tier. Nets, we'll go Cal Rayleigh. Cal Rayleigh's a fine card, switch hitter. Again, just with it being a relatively obtainable card, he's not great, right? We'll go look at the stats real quick again. He's got 120 power right, 102 contact, so that's good. He'll have 125 pop against righties, but again, we are in a lefty meta, so you're looking at 74, 88, just not going to play, especially now. 102 clutch at P5. He'll have 90 fielding, 90 arm strength, 90 ratchet, so he's going to be good behind the plate, but you got to look at that 74 contact left, 88 power left. It's not good. So, again, we're going based off of what the meta is and how good that card is. I'm going to say, personally, where did I drop him here? I'm going to say C tier. I'm going to say high C tier, though. I would prefer him over these guys if I were like DHing him or something. But, you know, he's fine. He's fine. Next, let's go to Ryan Braun. Ryan Braun, I love this card. I P5'd him. He rates for me. He's a very good hitter. Again, his defensive stats lack, but he's in a corner outfield position A and B. To be honest, he doesn't play that bad. I don't know if it's just me or what it is, but I play him in left field. He's still my left fielder, and he still hits. He still rates. His bat is more valuable to me than his corner outfield defense. He may miss a ball here or there. He may let one go over his glove, but his bat is so good, it doesn't matter, okay? So I'm going to go, personally for me, I'm going to go back end of A tier just based off of the meta. He'll probably drop to B tier really soon, but he's still an A tier for me right now. Keen Tuck. So Keen Tuck right here, this card I've heard very good things about. So you're at, 125 clutch off the rip. I mean, that already puts him into a top tier, right? 109 power right, left, 115 contact left. So you're 120, 114 against lefties, what again is the meta right now. So he's already in B tier for me without even looking at the fielding. Fielding, a little lackluster. Speed is very lackluster, so I would not play him in the outfield. But he has all hitting quirks. I'm going to go super high B tiered with this card just off his bat alone. But, I mean, you can make the case for A, personally. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put him A tier. I'm going to put him back A tier. I think Braun's better, but just by slightly, just because his defense is a little bit better, you can actually play Braun in the outfield. But this is a DH right here. But this is a very good DH. 92 O'Neal Cruz. So, O'Neal Cruz cards are generally very good. They have very good swings. This one's just getting a little outdated. He's he cannot hit lefties at all because he is left-handed. But he has solid defense, very good speed, of course. And he hits good against righties. He's not one of these top-tier guys, though. So, again, just with this card getting outdated, I'm going to put him C tier. But he's still good enough to use, especially in the lower difficulties. Rich Arulia, didn't prefer this card. I know you guys are going to get this card for free at 120 cards collected, so I'll give it a fair review here. You're at 102, 103 contact. That's good. Or that's good enough. You have Red Dead, so you're just missing breaking ball hitter, really. Your power, you're looking at 108 left, 76 right. So, again, you're going to hit lefties pretty well. But righty, unfortunately, you're not going to really hit too well. Your clutch is 89, so you're missing a little bit of clutch there. And then fielding-wise, you'll pretty much be at gold everything. So that's not terrible. Again, he's going to be a really good free shortstop for you guys if you guys don't have Jimmy Rollins, if you don't have some of these more expensive guys. He's going to play, but again, just off of a tier list perspective, he's going to be low C tier here. Oh, let me put him... Do it like that. Okay. Actually, to be honest, he's better than O'Neal Cruz, so we'll do that. Jose Altuve, my God squad second baseman. This card is so good. So Altuve always has a glitchy swing. He always plays very good. This card is nuts, and this card's free in the shop right now. So if you guys don't have it, please go get it. This is my second baseman right now. I have Mookie. I have Mookie Live Series. I like this card more, and it's crazy to say that. Obviously, if Mookie gets supercharged, I'm going to go back to Mookie, right? This card right here is nuts, okay? So I'm putting this card A tier. I'm putting this card above Tucker, above Braun. I'm going to put it right there just for safe. I don't know if I would take him over Mike Cameron, but because he does lack speed and fielding, and I will show you what I mean by lack fielding. Yeah, this is pitiful. This is terrible defense, but again, like I said, second base doesn't really matter, okay? If you have a bad fielder, but he can hit like this, at second base, please play him, okay? You're not going to notice the second base defense. Too bad. So he's going A tier for me. Gleyber Torres, he's a very solid card all around. He's a little slow, of course, that's fine. But he has some positional flexibility. He's I think 100, pretty much 100 everything hitting. He'll go B tier for me without even really looking. I'd say probably right here. Maybe right. I think I'd take Lou Brock over him. Seiya Suzuki, he's going to be a solid card just since he's a captain. You're going to look for putting players in his team that's going to make them better, not necessarily him better, as our internet is running very slow here. But you're going to see 116 contact left, 68 power left. So the power's lacking, but you have good contact there. His clutch is 105. It'll be 110. That's solid. And then your righty is 97, 94. So again, he's going to be a solid all-around card. I would look to, if you're using him, I would only use him for a team boost. But if you're using his team boost, he's going to be a solid card. It's not like Buxton on like Hall of Fame or Legend where you just can't hit with them. He's going to be okay. So with that being said, he's a C tier card. Boom, right there. But again, he can get bumped with his team boost. Next, let's go to Tim Salmon. This card's okay. He's really just, again, a DH. I'm just going to throw him C tier without even looking too much into it. For some reason, his card's not showing up there. Okay. Ernie Banks. I think Ernie Banks is just getting a little outdated right now with where we're at. I mean, 104, 107, 93. He's 75 power left, but he has every hitting quirk, so he's going to play a little bit above that. Clutch is really good. Fielding's all gold. Speed's 51, but you can play him at third base, so it won't be too much of a deficit. Oh, no, you cannot play him at third base. I thought he had third base. Oh. Well, I would not play him at shortstop, so he would probably be a DH, and that for that reason, this card's getting very outdated. He's going C tier, and some of these guys will probably progressively drop. Andy Pages, I have not seen much about this card. Let's see, 108, 88, 85, 102. So he has reverse splits, 99 clutch. Fielding's going to be gold, so silver and gold. I mean, it's an okay free card. So he's going C tier here. Let me move him back. Taylor Trammell. This card's nice. All right. This card is very good. He is a very good defensively in the outfield. He'll have 90 reaction. I'm not going to talk too much about him. He's very good. Greg Vaughn. This card has a lot of power, not a lot of contact, and cannot field. Again, more like a glorified DH. So we're going to look in like the Kyle Tucker range. He's not better than Tucker, not better than Dante. And, he's probably right there with Soler. I'd say right here. He's probably right there with Soler. So we'll go there. Colby Mayo, third baseman here. Let's kind of check out his stats. Not good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, his only good hitting stat is a 108 power right. Fielding, he has 90, so 90 arm, he'll have 80 fielding there, 80 reaction. So he's going to play solid defense, not elite defense at third base. His bat is not good. So I think this is going to be the first card that's going to hit D tier for the meta we're in. Yeah, just not a great card. Not a great card at all. Brenton Doyle. This card right here, super glitchy. This card's defensive stats in center field are the best in the game. Like, when I say the best in the game, 99 speed, 99 fielding, 99 arm. I mean, what is he? Like, he has everything 99 but reaction, correct? I believe. His bat is kind of mid, but look at this. 99 field, 99 arm strength, 99 accuracy, 81 reaction, which sucks. They should have just gave him 85. Let us have it 90 reaction at P5. This card would get to everything in the outfield. However, he still does with 99 speed as well. If they would have gave him 85 reaction, we would have got him to parallel 5. It would have gave him 90. This card would get to anything. Any ball in the world. 99 speed, 99, like everything. So you cannot take away his defensive prowess. However, not the greatest hitter, right? So, again, if you like a lot of defense on your team, this card's S tier, especially if you don't have Willie. If you play the game normally like all of us do, and you're not a weirdo, I'd probably go high. I'd probably go right around this area. Again, I like defense, but I don't prioritize defense when I make the lineup. I prioritize scoring runs. But if you are someone that likes to just like be a menace, like a lockdown in 2K, this is the guy for you. This guy's nuts. Mike Napoli, just getting a little outdated. He's still a solid card, but again, getting outdated by some of the guys we're about to see. Example A, Santana. This card is very good. The card alone is A tier for me, but if you use the switch hitting captain, it's an S tier card. It doesn't make his stats go up, but if you use what he's meant for, he's pretty much the best card in the game. That team boost is crazy. So, but just ranking the physical card itself, you up to bat with him, he's an A tier card. He's very good. Is he better than... I don't know. I think he might be the best catcher in the game. All right. Well, yeah, he's the best catcher in the game. Duran, this is a very underrated card. A lot of people don't use him. I'm going to put him B tier, high B tier. Very good stats. I would go check him out, and he's a free card. Mookie, just like I was saying with Altuve, they're 1A, 1B. I'm going to put Altuve as the better one, me personally. I know it's debatable. It's very close. It's 1A, 1B, like I said. But if Mookie has the ability to get supercharged. So if Mookie's supercharged, he's the best card in the game. I'm literally not kidding you. If Mookie Betts gets a supercharge, he is the best card in the game. It's crazy how a supercharge can move that. Ellie De La Cruz, again, we're getting slightly outdated. He's still playable, but let's look at his stats. 75, 78 is not going to play against lefties. 98, 103 is decent, but you're going to be 99 arm strength, 99 speed, and Ellie always has a glitchy swing. He's a C tier card for me right now, and he probably is going to borderline the D tier just off the contact and power versus lefties. You've got to have power versus lefties right now in contact. Mitch Garver, this card is nuts, just like the Santana. I would rather have Santana for the switching ability, but Mitch Garver's just as good if you go right. Keston Hirsad. So this card right here has given me some trouble in ranked. I don't know why. Every time I face him, I give up a bomb to him. I don't know. His hitting stats are nothing exceptional. They're all 90s. His arm strength will be a 90, which is good. Fielding will be 88. He's a solid fielder. His speed will be 74, which is decent. Again, it's kind of like Larry Walker. He pretty much has Larry Walker defense-esque, a little bit lower without the bat. But I say that, but he hits pretty well off of me. But we're going objectively off stats. So, me personally, I'm going to go low B tier with him. Probably C tier. Yeah, he'll be high C tier. He'll be in this area. Yeah, I know his hitting stats don't compare to some of these guys, but he just plays better. I don't know how to really explain it to you guys, but they just do. Dominguez is very solid, getting outdated. I'm going to throw him in B tier without thinking about it. Steven Kwan, again, this is the most niche card in the game, okay? I have this card on my bench because I am in Hall of Fame rating and ranked. If you're an all-star or anything else, please do not touch this card. It is terrible. But if you get to Hall of Fame and Legend, please use this card. He is awesome. It's crazy how cards can be like this, but this card is so good in Hall of Fame and Legend. but he's terrible in All-Star. I don't get it. I really don't. But off of a niche standpoint, I'm going to go with B. I'm going to go high B. He's going to play very good defense. He has super high contact and clutch. He just has no power. He's just like Lou Brock. He is literally like a Lou Brock replica. He just has a little bit higher contact than Lou Brock, and the only thing you're missing is the 99 speed. So he's very comparable to Lou Brock. I would just rather have Stephen Kwan off of the higher contact. Again, that's what you need in Hall of Fame and Legend. Nolan Jones, I haven't really looked into this card too much. I'm assuming nothing crazy. I mean, surprisingly, he's 104, 108, 106. Clutch is 109, so that's 114. 99 orange. Okay, well, my internet decided to go out, so it did not save my tier list, but these were the guys that were left as we continue here. So, like I said, we were looking at Nolan Jones here. Let me pull him back up. So, yeah, he was a pretty solid card all around. As we see here, yeah, you're at... All right, well, they're having a site outage. Okay, so we're at 104, 108, 106, 85 pop. You got 109 clutch, like I was saying, was good. The arm strength and arm accuracy is really good with 80 fielding. And he plays, well, I cannot see position. I believe it's third base. So he's a decent overall card. I would say his power is a little lackluster, but he has a breaking ball hitter, which is good. I'd say for the meta we're in right now, I would say he is a... Oh, yeah, the site is getting really bad. I would say we're C tier. I'd say high C tier, low B tier for Nolan Jones. I'd say for no money spent card, he's probably relatively cheap, like probably 10K, so he'd be really good for you guys. But we're not going to be using him on the higher difficulties, probably too much. Juan Soto, this card's just getting very outdated. I'll pull the stats. Yeah, their website's down. Okay. Well, Juan Soto is getting a little outdated. I'm going to throw him in C tier just because of his bat. But he can't field. He's slow. And again, his bat is crazy enough as it sounds, getting a little outdated. But Juan Soto has Juan Soto swing, right? So we're trying to slim through here. Eddie Matthews, very solid card all around. I'm going B tier. He would probably go low B to mid B, but he's B tier. Trout, unfortunately, they tanked Trout. I mean, it's really sad what they did to Trout. But he has like no clutch now. His contact's low. His power's like not there. I mean, this card objectively is probably low C tier now, but it's getting close to D. But it's Trout. Fortunately, I think of his quirks and his swing. And then this, last but not least, this Oswaldo Cabrera card is pretty solid. He fits the switch hitting team boost, so if you put him on the team boost, he's probably an A tier card. But without it, I would say he's probably low B. But like I said, if you have that Santana, the Carlos Santana card, and you put him on that team boost, he's going to be a very phenomenal card. So that is the tier list, guys. Let me know if I miss anybody. I can think of one person off the top of my head. It's just because I use him personally, and that is Freddie Freeman Life Series card. Super high contact, super high clutch. Again, just not much power. He's literally just like Stephen Kwan, but at first base and no defense. So Freddie, just throw it out there. He's probably a B tier card for me. I just don't have Babe Ruth yet, so that's literally why I'd use Freddie. But outside of that, the only ones I can think of in my head are that Heimer Candelario card. He's probably a B tier card. Again, his stats are getting a little outdated, but he's a switch hitter, plays pretty good defense. So Heimer's probably B tier. Outside of that, I can't really think of anybody else. So if there's anybody else I missed, guys, let me know. And leave it in the comments, and I'll reply to it with my rating, or let me know if you guys disagree, agree with what I'm saying. And guys, remember, this is recorded on May 3rd. Okay, so we're halfway through season 1, and there's supposed to be cards dropping in the next few days, I believe. So yeah, this is going to change pretty soon, right? So if you guys want to see a more updated one whenever a new program comes out, let me know. I'll be happy to do it. But yeah, outside of that, I will catch you guys later. Peace.